English clouds. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm very happy to see you here today. If you are learning English and you want to speak more confidently, you are in the right place. This channel is made especially for English learners. We focus on real-life topics, simple explanations, and practical language that you can use every day. Today's video is part of our speaking practice series. In this series, we help you learn useful vocabulary, understand simple sentence structures, and practice speaking about modern topics. In this episode, we will talk about 2025's events. We will learn how to talk about events, news, and changes in the world using clear and simple English. Listening to real topics, like world events, helps you understand English in context. This means you don't only learn words, you learn how people really speak about the world around them. So, relax, listen carefully, and try to repeat some sentences out loud. Let's begin.
How to talk about 2025's events. A. What do we mean by events? First, let's understand the word event. An event is something important that happens. It can be something big or small. For example, a sports competition, a new law, a big celebration, or a change in technology. In simple words, events are things that happen in the world. When we talk about 2025's events, we talk about things happening now, things that happened recently, or things that are planned for the near future. B. Talking about time, past, present, and future. To talk about events, we need to talk about time. Let's review this simply. Past, things that already happened. Example, last year, many people worked from home. Present, things happening now. Example, today, technology is changing fast. Future, things that will happen. Example, in 2025, many countries will use more clean energy. When you speak, you don't need difficult grammar. Simple sentences are enough.
See important global events in 2025. Now let's look at some common topics people talk about in 2025. These are topics you may see in the news, social media, conversations with friends. We will learn simple vocabulary and easy ways to speak about them. 1. Technology and AI in 2025. Technology is one of the biggest topics in 2025. A very common word is AI, or artificial intelligence. AI means machines that can learn and help humans. In simple words, AI is technology that can think a little like humans. In 2025, AI helps people work faster, AI helps students learn, AI is used in phones, cars, and homes. You can say, technology is growing very fast in 2025. AI is becoming part of daily life. Many people use smart tools every day. Instead of saying, fast, again and again, you can say, quick, rapid, speedy. Example, technology is changing rapidly. Speaking practice. Try to say one sentence about AI in 2025.
2. Climate and environment events. Another big topic in 2025 is the environment. The environment means air, water, land, and nature. In 2025, people talk a lot about climate change, clean energy, protecting nature. Clean energy means energy that does not pollute, like solar power, wind energy. Simple sentences you can use. Climate change is a serious problem. Many countries are trying to protect nature. People are using more clean energy. Instead of problem, you can say issue, challenge. Example, climate change is a global challenge. 3. World events and international news. In 2025, people also talk about world events. World events include international meetings, conflicts, peace talks, cooperation between countries. You don't need to use difficult political words. You can say, many countries are working together. World leaders are meeting to solve problems. Some regions are facing difficulties. Instead of difficulties, you can say problems, challenges. Keep your sentences neutral and simple.
4. Sports events in 2025. Sports are always popular topics. In 2025, people talk about football tournaments, the Olympic Games, international competitions. Simple sentences. Many fans are excited about sports events. Big tournaments bring people together. Sports create joy and competition. Instead of excited, you can say happy, thrilled, enthusiastic. Example: fans are very enthusiastic. 5. Cultural and social events. Cultural events are also important. These include festivals, music concerts, films, art events. In 2025, people share culture online, events are watched around the world. You can say, cultural events connect people. Music and art bring joy. Festivals celebrate traditions. Instead of connect, you can say, bring together, link.
D. How to give your opinion about events. Speaking is not only about facts. It is also about opinions. Here are easy ways to give your opinion. I think. In my opinion. I believe. Examples: I think 2025 is an exciting year. In my opinion, technology is helpful. I believe people can make positive changes. Instead of exciting, you can say interesting, amazing. E. How to agree or disagree politely. Sometimes you agree with others. Sometimes you don't. To agree, I agree with you. That's true. I think so too. To disagree politely, I don't agree, but I understand. I see your point, but maybe, but I think. Being polite is very important when talking about events.
F. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's talk about common mistakes. Don't use very long sentences. Use short and clear sentences. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Focus on clear meaning. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes help you learn. Remember, speaking slowly and clearly is better than speaking fast and wrong. G. Simple speaking practice. Guided. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. In 2025, many things are changing. Technology is part of our daily lives. People are talking about global events. I think the future can be positive. Now try to make your own sentence. Start with in 2025. Or I think. Great job.
Language and teaching style reminder. Let's review how we speak in this lesson. We use simple grammar, everyday words, short sentences. We repeat ideas using different words. This helps your brain remember new language. We speak calmly and clearly. This helps your listening and speaking skills grow.
Now let's finish today's lesson. In this video, you learned what events are, how to talk about 2025's events, how to give opinions, and how to speak simply and clearly. Remember, you don't need difficult words to speak good English. Simple English is strong English.
Speaking practice, how to talk about 2025's events. Try to answer each question out loud. Then compare your answer with the model answer. 1. What does the word event mean? Answer: an event is something important that happens, like a meeting, a celebration, or news. 2. Can you name one type of event people talk about in 2025? Answer: people talk about technology, climate, sports, or cultural events in 2025. 3. How is technology changing in 2025? Answer: technology is changing very fast and helping people in daily life. 4. What is one environmental issue in 2025? Answer: climate change is an important environmental issue in 2025. 5. How do sports events affect people? Answer: sports events make people happy and bring them together. 6. How can you give your opinion about an event? Answer: I can say, I think, or, in my opinion, before my idea. 7. What can you say if you agree with someone? Answer: I can say, I agree, or, that's true. 8. How can you disagree politely? Answer: I can say, I understand, but I think differently. 9. Why is it good to use simple sentences when speaking? Answer: simple sentences are clear and easy to understand. 10. How can you improve your speaking about events? Answer: I can practice often, listen carefully, and repeat sentences out loud. Listening comprehension, how to talk about 2025's events. Choose the correct answer. 1. Who is this video made for? A. Business professionals. B. English learners. C. News reporters. D. University teachers. Correct answer. B. English learners. 2. What is the main goal of this video? A. To teach grammar rules. B. To explain history. C. To help learners speak about events. D. To teach advanced vocabulary. Correct answer. C. To help learners speak about events. 3. What does the word event mean in the video? A. A place to visit. B. Something important that happens. C. A long story. D. A school subject. Correct answer. B. Something important that happens. 4. Which topic is mentioned as an event in 2025? A. Ancient history. B. Cooking recipes. C. Technology and AI. D. Old movies. Correct answer. C. Technology and AI. 5. How does the speaker describe the language used in the video? A. Difficult and technical. B. Fast and complex. C. Simple and clear. D. Very formal. Correct answer. C. Simple and clear. 6. What is one way to give an opinion? A. Say nothing. B. Use difficult words. C. Say, I think. D. Ask a question. Correct answer. C. Say, I think. 7. What topic is mentioned about the environment? A. Fashion trends. B. Climate change. C. Online shopping. D. Social media. Correct answer. B. Climate change. 8. What advice is given about speaking English? A. Speak very fast. B. Use long sentences. C. Avoid mistakes. D. Use simple sentences. Correct answer. D. Use simple sentences. 9. Why is listening to real topics helpful? A. It makes English harder. B. It teaches only grammar. C. It helps understand English in context. D. It avoids new words. Correct answer. C. It helps understand English in context. 10. What does the speaker encourage viewers to do at the end? A. Stop learning English. B. Watch other videos and subscribe. C. Read news only. D. Study grammar books. Correct answer. B. Watch other videos and subscribe.
And now you will listen to a report that was published in The Guardian on the 29th of December 2025. Heat, drought and fire. How extreme weather pushed nature to its limits in 2025. In its 2025 environmental review, The Guardian details how extreme weather, driven by human-caused climate change, profoundly impacted the UK's natural environment throughout the year. The report highlights a succession of heat waves, droughts, wildfires, and flooding, which together placed unprecedented pressure on wildlife and habitats across England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. The Guardian. The article notes that repeated droughts, especially in 2018, 2022 and 2025, eroded ecosystem resilience, contributing to catastrophic events such as the massive wildfire at Abergwesen Common in Wales, which destroyed more than 5,000 hectares of peatland, a vital carbon sink and habitat. Species including Arctic terns and puffins experienced notable declines, while tree sapling survival rates suffered dramatically due to prolonged low rainfall. The Guardian. Despite these sobering trends, the report also documents some conservation successes. Restoration efforts at Hunnicutt Estates wetlands led to meaningful increases in populations of species such as the heath fritillary butterfly, illustrating that targeted ecological interventions can yield positive results even in a changing climate. The Guardian. The Guardian's coverage emphasizes the urgency of coherent, large-scale nature protection and climate adaptation strategies beyond isolated protected areas to safeguard the UK's biodiversity and address the escalating impacts of climate change on both natural systems and human communities.
And, now, here is an explanation of complex words and expressions in this report. 1. Extreme weather. Very strong or unusual weather conditions, such as very hot heat waves, heavy rain, floods, or strong storms. 2. Human-caused climate change. Changes in the climate that happen because of human activities, especially burning coal, oil, and gas. 3. Heat waves. Long periods of very hot weather, hotter than normal for the season. 4. Droughts. Long periods with little or no rain, causing water shortages. 5. Wildfires. Large, uncontrolled fires that burn forests, grasslands, or natural areas. 6. Flooding. When water covers land that is usually dry, often after heavy rain. 7. Unprecedented. Something that has never happened before or has never been this serious. 8. Pressure on wildlife and habitats. Difficult conditions that make it hard for animals and plants to survive. 9. Ecosystem resilience. Right pointing arrow, the ability of nature, plants, animals, land, to recover after damage or stress. 10. Peatland. Wetland made of partially decayed plants. It stores a lot of carbon and helps fight climate change. 11. Carbon sink. A natural area, like forests or peatlands, that absorbs more carbon dioxide than it releases. 12. Habitat. The natural home of an animal or plant. 13. Species decline. A decrease in the number of animals or plants of a certain type. 14. Sapling. A young tree. 15. Conservation successes. Positive results from efforts to protect nature and wildlife. 16. Restoration efforts. Actions taken to repair or improve damaged natural areas. 17. Wetlands. Areas of land covered with water, like marshes or swamps, important for wildlife. 18. Climate adaptation strategies. Plans and actions to help people and nature live with climate change. 19. Biodiversity. The variety of different plants, animals, and living things in one area. 20. Urgency. The need to act quickly because the situation is serious.
I hope you have found this video helpful and fun. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.